It feels like we're in an age where Hollywood is focusing more on rebooting classic film franchises. And while I'm okay with seeing beloved properties given a fresh new spin, it's imperative to remember that we need to have some original feature films as a nice healthy balance to all the remakes and adaptations. After all, even some of the most cherished franchises like Toy Story and The Incredibles started out as original ideas. And speaking of which, while we are planning to see the next chapter of those films, it's great to see that the crew at Pixar is still bringing fresh and innovative stories to life, such as a girl's mind being transplanted into a robot beaver, a lost cat in Venice forming a bond with a street artist, and in the case of Pixar's just-released film, Elio. A young 11-year-old boy named Elio finally makes his wish come true when he gets abducted by aliens and mistaken for being the leader of his home planet. But his honor to be the ambassador is put to the test as he tries his best to negotiate with the villainous Lord Qui-Gon to show mercy to the rest of the alien brethren at the Communiverse, with the fortunate help of Qui-Gon's underappreciated son, Glorden.
The trial of Earth can proceed.
Uh-oh.
Until then, as you say on Earth, okay, bye, I love you.
Okay.
Bye.
I love you.
Now, I am very aware that the story's presentation on paper comes across as quite generic, especially with the boy who believes in life beyond his planet narrative, and not to mention that it also incorporates some cliche plot elements, such as the protagonist losing his parents and the liar reveal trope. However, as I mentioned in previous reviews, it's not merely the story that determines a film's success, but rather how the story is conveyed. Considering Pixar's nearly 40-year history of miraculously crafting beloved films, they consistently find ways to transform even the simplest narratives into heartwarming and emotional cinematic experiences. With all that said, the movie has done a solid effort in its execution with the world building, the phenomenal animation, and especially being character-driven by having the friendship bond between Elio and Glorden as the heart of the feature. Although they're different in species, Elio and Glorden share the common struggle of trying to find their place in their respective worlds. Elio is grieving the loss of his parents, and the only way of coping is his admiration for discovering intelligent life beyond Earth, much to the annoyance of his Aunt Olga. Meanwhile, Glorden grapples with the stress of serving as second-in-command to his strict warlord father, Qui-Gon. And I believe the movie serves a solid message about finding a true friend that shares the same interests or problems you have, no matter how close or far away that friend could be.
You okay?
I'm trying to get abducted. By aliens. There's a sign I'm supposed to be up there. This mole is the exact shape of the Orion Nebula.
I think you should have that looked at.
Elio is a relatable and well-developed character. Even when he fights with other kids, argues with his aunt, and even lies to the aliens about his role on Earth, it's clear he's coping with the tragic passing of the ones who were very close to him. His Aunt Olga does start out as this no-nonsense military-type guardian, but she had to give up her job as an astronaut to take care of her nephew. And you can see that she does care for Elio. Glorden may seem like this naive tag-along bargaining chip to our protagonist, but like Elio, he too is coping with the loss of his mother, and you can understand his own anxiety. But I think the most notable character in this film has to be Lord Qui-Gon, thanks to both his design and especially the excellent performance by one of my favorite voice actors, Brad Garrett. Qui-Gon is both intimidating and hilarious with his larger-than-life ego and frustration that matches his impressive armor.
My son, are you prepared to become the greatest war machine in the universe?
I don't know.
And like all their previous films, it is wonderful to see how Pixar continues to push the envelope with their animations. And Elio thankfully continues that tradition, with the character animation and the environments, especially the aliens and their headquarters, the Communiverse, making them so vast and beautifully creative. Each alien creature is uniquely bizarre, showcasing distinctive character designs and personality. One particular being a clone of Elio is sent back to Earth to take his place. This character manages to be both amusing and unsettling simultaneously.
Testing. Can you understand me now?
Yes.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Overall, I believe Elio is a valuable addition to Pixar's expanding collection of animated classics. While the plot and pacing are not the strongest points, it is nonetheless creatively crafted with stunning animation, captivating environments, and strong character and voice performances. It also demonstrates that Pixar can create a feel-good movie without necessarily relying on highly original story ideas. It's a real shame that, as of this review, the movie recorded the studio's lowest box office opening on its premiere weekend. The cartoon community has been quite narrow-minded, believing Pixar is currently only making sequels. And yet, they don't seem to notice, or even care, that they've in fact created more original films throughout the first half of the 2020s. And as I said before, with the upcoming projects like Hoppers and Gato, it looks like we'll see more new and original stories from Pixar very soon. Again, I look forward to the new adventures of Toy Story and The Incredibles, but I am even more proud to see this legendary animation studio continue to thrive by creating fresh and innovative animated masterpieces for the big screen. So if you have a chance, go and see Elio while it's still playing in theaters. It's truly out of this world.